Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. That's by Leonardo da Vinci. You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You, message 528, and I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher. Let's talk a little bit about simplicity and three rules for simplicity. But first, here are some great quotes about it. Our life is frittered away by detail. Simplify, simplify. That's Henry David Thoreau. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. That's attributed to Confucius. The greatest ideas are the simplest. That's William Golding. Complex things are easy to do. Simplicity's the real challenge, and that's by Robert James Waller. In an age where instant gratification is heralded, simplicity is what will bring success. But the notion of simplicity goes way back, as some of my quotes showed you. When viewing the Sistine Chapel, it's hard to imagine that Michelangelo painted his incredible work of art using only 7 colors. When you listen to Beethoven, it's impossible to believe he achieved musical perfection with just 7 notes. Ernest Hemingway had 4 simple rules for writing, and I love these. 1. Use short sentences. 2. Use short first paragraphs. 3. Use vigorous English. And 4. Be positive, not negative. We tend to believe solving a hard problem or creating something extraordinary requires complexity. We often think that simple and complex cannot work together, so we ignore common sense and the obvious answer. We've talked about that before. What separates most successful people is their ability to streamline their decision-making and creative process. They always return to the basic principles that have governed their personal and professional life. So here's 3 rules. 1. Understand what you want to achieve. When Michelangelo and Beethoven began their creative processes, they always took the time to decide what they were actually trying to achieve. They understood the variables they faced and what strengths they possessed to offset any problems. And I'm not sure we put that into much of our goal-setting process, but I think we should. Rule 2, understand what matters most. As leaders, coaches, teachers, or students, when we feel we've fallen short of our goals, we need to get back on track by understanding the essentials of what creates success and then work hard to improve in those specific areas. Your goals should not be complex. If the goal is complex, then the steps that go into achieving it will be even more so. Especially if you're leading others, you want them to understand where you're going and why. They always say to explain something so a third grader can understand it. Rule 3, understand the clutter gets in the way. Not all information is good information, especially in this day and age, especially with AI. Understanding the key data points will allow you to ignore information that is only in the way. As Steve Jobs once said, simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. Have a diamond day, everybody, and keep it simple.